Take a look at that. That is a nice concrete pour. This, of course, is going to be the 40 by 40 slab for the new shop. 50 yards of concrete in this thing, and that will receive the steel building. Talking about good contractors, you know, they're not all created equal. Here's a few things. Look at the detail. First off, you're going to see what a nice polish this is and how straight the saw cuts are. Nice grids. Grids are cut in thick pours of concrete like this because it alleviates stress. This will crack like crazy. It's got to move. You know, everything's got to move. And by putting these saw cuts in there, the cracks will take place, or the idea is underneath the surface where you won't see them. So that is why that's done. But very nice, universal, very highly polished, sealed, excellent. Hopefully the bolts are all in the right place, but man, oh man, that turned out nice. At the end of your pour, you have what you call a cleanup load, because it's hard to estimate. You know, when you're pouring on ground, you never really know, you know, how to estimate it. So oftentimes there's a little bit left over. It's better to have a little extra than not enough, right? And they'll typically just wash it out and make a big mess, and, you know, and we've all seen it, right? I looked at this and I thought, what have they done here? Well, it looks like to me that they had a little extra concrete, and rather than just wasting it and pouring it out on the ground, they made a pier pad so I could use that on a deck or a future project or who knows what. You know, I think that's what they did, and I think that's a nice detail. You know, just little things like that. Also, right here, there's going to be the big roll-up bay doors here. Look at the little, what do you call that? They graded that down a little bit, right where the doors come in contact. So any moisture that hits, weather or rain that hits the doors will hit that and run out, and you won't have a constant, you know, wet area right there by the doors. So very happy with that. Great big footings. Goodness, this is going to be one of the strongest buildings in the county. Once the backfill is done, I'm going to bring all the steel components over here. Actually, let's go over there and take a look at that and see what's going to be involved. Here are all the components for the new shop. It's a 40 by 40. It's an exact copy of that, except for stronger, because the snow load is increased. All of the bolts, doors, man door pieces here. This has all been sitting out here in the yard for, goodness, what, over a year. And then we've got the roofing, siding, and the rest of it here, starting to grow into the ground. So I think what I'll do is I'll load up the, put the forks on the skid steer, and we'll start getting that packed over to the new shop location. Once we get that up, and then on the back side, the blue tarp there, that is all the insulation, so the shop will be insulated as well. Once we get that up, then we can vacate these things, get rid of these storage containers, and I know Mrs. W is going to be happy about that. Let's take a look at the garden. We've got a little traction on that as well. Jariah's been finishing up the fence, and we've got everything all the straw down. We put a whole bunch of manure underneath here, horse manure we got from the neighbor, and that will sit and be prepped. We're not going to be getting any harvest this year. We got started too late, and breaking my leg set us all back quite a bit. So we're basically just prepping for next year so we can really hit the ground running. Jariah's finishing up the fence. We've just got these last couple gates to build. But next, today, we're going to be finishing up putting the hand pump on the well with a simple pump. Friends at Simple Pump got us those extra pieces. We were short a few because I didn't estimate it right. And we're going to do that right now. Jariah's getting all this prepped. We should be pumping water today. I'll wrap up this video. It's just a quick update of the foundation, and then we'll pick up on the simple pump and get that going. You're going to want to see that. It's a really cool system. I'll put the hand pump on there to show you how that will work. If you want to add a hand pump to your existing well, it's really simple to do. You can do it yourself. We're going to be adding the big solar panels and a complete off-grid system. And I've never done that before, so it's going to be interesting. So stay tuned for that. All right, well, thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.